Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Not happy Friday or happy Sunday, but happy Tuesday. How are you? So, we are on, I think, round 5 of our Rainbow Paper Village. And my plan for tonight is that we will wrap it up. I will probably put finishing touches on it off the camera, and I will share the big reveal on Friday. But today, hi Natalie, hi Irma, Karen, Heather, Sharon, how are you guys? So tonight our will be the finishing touches, the pieces. I've gathered everything. I worked on it last night till 3 o'clock in the morning, not 3 in the afternoon, 3 in the morning. I can't wait to show you what I accomplished. And then I saved 2 things so I could show you how to do it. So lots of work went into it. Let's see. Let's pick something pretty. So I added all the little snow and iridescent. I don't know if you can see that with the glare from the lights, but I added all the little fun bits. I love that the Rainbow Village now is snow covered with rainbow glitter flakes. So very fun. I have the base. I added a different color of leaves, and I think it's exactly what it needed. And then those leaves I frosted so that there's the base is ready. And then I just added some more glue because I want to pop some of the pieces up. So my plan for tonight is I'm going to show you how to make the snow. Ooh, I have to I'll just put on paper towel to make the snow. And then I'm going to start adhering all of the houses and start covering the board with snow as well. And then I'm also I decided for how we'll see if this is what I decide. But at this point, it's what I decided is that my word I'm going to put in a big paper banner through the back. And we're going to do some decoupage with, this is an older Tim Holtz product, but there is something that's replaced it, like your smaller tissue. But I'm going to use some tissue wrap, and I'm going to cover a big piece of watercolor paper that will then be like a banner that will go through. I thought it'd be really cool to wrap it through with the word believe on it that I'm going to sew with gold thread. I'm going to tack some of the letters and sew it onto the background. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to do the things with you tonight because if I'm going to stay up all night doing it, why not share it with friends who want to be here, or you guys can catch it after the fact. I know some of you will show up tonight and just do a little bit, or it's a little late for you or too early in your day because you are all over the world watching, right? But I'm going to be doing the things. And I just yelled at all the family, I'm going on the interwebs. Don't use all of my streaming up. Don't go to the gym or do something else, but leave me alone. You've been working on your houses, Julie. Are you enjoying it? I find this very therapeutic and fun. I have thoroughly enjoyed this, other than a glitter bomb has gone off and I'm going to have to figure out how to get it off of this sticky craft mat. Right? Hi, Robin. How are you? Your houses and trees came in. Yay! I went to the mall and walked like crazy buying all the last presents. So I'm your chilled time. I love it. Yes, Natalie, I went and finished today too. I'm finished. Now I just have to wrap all the beasts. But then I got an email, because my life is never quiet, is let's start your next collection. So that is when I get off of the live tonight. I need to wrap up my inspiration and the theme and all of that stuff so we can get that started. And I'm super excited and I'm super tired. So there's never rest, and no rest for the wicked, right? Hi, Mari, how are you? I haven't watched this project, so want to see what you're doing. Yes, it's very fun. Hi, Jill, how are you? I may be gifting my daughter the house dies for Christmas so I can share. She will love it. It is fun. And I have a couple extra houses, and then I bought those little containers that look like snow globes. So I could probably do like some new or little mini things. Robin, okay? So I haven't even used Fernwood yet. We're wrapping up like warm wishes, I'm going to do some stuff with that on our free class on Sunday. And if you guys aren't aware, run to my Instagram and run to my Facebook artist page, because 5 days of giveaways, it started, and I'm super organized. I have 2 posted, and this is what you're going to notice. Even though it's 5 days of giveaway, I'm doing the draw for all of it. I think it's on Monday. So make sure you get your comments in, because some of it won't give you a lot of time the weekend. I'm going to give, are you ready for it? 2 spots to the Fernwood weekend, including the kit. So what is that, $170 value? So I'm going to give 2 of them away, one on Instagram and one on Facebook. Maybe I will do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll post that one tomorrow. Gift certificates to my store. There's tools. There's going to be a whole Vicky Booten prize pack with mediums and stencils and all of that stuff. So make sure you check that out. They're huge, doing the things, but it is, I'm sorry, friends, unless you make arrangements with me, only open to Canada and the US, unless you want to cover shipping for your part of the world. So if you do, like, I would offset part of the shipping costs, but if you want to, you're like, say, I'm in Australia, but I don't care, I will pay the difference for shipping. Go ahead and enter, and then we'll make arrangements. You know that, like, I will cover up to what the cost would be for me to ship around here. And then I never want to leave any of you guys out. So when I do the 2 free kits, I'm also going to do access only on both of those giveaways. So anyone in the world can win access only to Fernwood. So I'm trying to make sure everybody is included in all of that, right? And what else did I want to say? So yes, this coming Friday, we will be doing Facebook Live, and I'm going to be using the free cut files that my friend Nicole Noasad, Just Nick Studio, designed, and we're going to be doing some projects with that. And then on Sunday, I think I'm going to start it earlier on Sunday. It might even be 2:00 on Sunday, because I'm going to prep stuff. And I think I'm going to do a layout. I'm going to do some tags for, like, maybe a mini tag book, but I'll prep things. So I'll let you know when it's all prepped. I'll take a picture of it so you can get ready for Sunday. And then I'm going to make at least 1 card. So on Sunday, I'm going to be using warm wishes and a whole bunch of my other Christmas collected product, a lot of Tim Holtz. And on Sunday, I'm just going to sit and play with you guys. It's going to be our Christmas party, the Vicky Booten Christmas party. So grab your things. And yes, I want to do a tag book or some kind of handmade mini album. So just be prepared for it. Be watching all of my social medias, because I will post the prep work, because I'm going to cut the shapes out and stuff. I have some dies that look like pennants, like a flag banner. Maybe we can do the tag book in that, because I use I have some dies, so that could be fun. So we'll figure it out, but there's lots coming, and I will try to give you as much forewarning as possible. But like I said, now I have a collection. I have to start very actively being a part of the design, because I'm very involved in this stuff. So yes, so Robin was saying, yes, so warm wishes we're wrapping up. I haven't even started working on Fernwood. Then there is another one that will release in around April. So it's done. Oh, it's so good too. There might be a custom album in that. I'm going to share that with you. That is freaking awesome. And the binding ring is bigger. Very excited about that. And then there is another one. And now I'm working on the next one. So we just wrapped up the other one, literally just finished it. And now we're starting the next one. So yes, I'm a little brain tired. And that's why when we are done Sunday, I'm taking a break, but we are going to have cocktail hour where we're just going to chat. And I would love that. Like, so that will be next week. I think we said Thursday. It might be on Thursday, where I want to sit down and I really want to have deep conversations on what you guys would like to see and craft, and what will motivate you to keep crafting in 2022 so I can start planning my year out for things that I want to do and bring to you guys. I want to do extra classes. Like I would love to do a class where very inexpensive, like $40, $50 month-long drawing class. I would love to do that. I want to do a part 2 to the gel plate class. I just would like to do things that no matter where you are in the world, you could gather your tools and we could do really fun, like full on mixed media, start to finish. Not a beginner's class, but literally a general mixed media class where we just talk about the products, how they all work, the papers that really work well, the tools that work well, and make art. So I want to talk about a lot of those things. Is Fernwood sold out? It is not, Penny. I have a good number of those kits left, and I have, and the 6x8 pad has shipped. It has left American Crafts. It is on a transport truck to Buffalo. It is scheduled to arrive on Monday. And then I have to get it into a shipment from my Buffalo address. So probably won't get here till the 23rd. And then I'm going to take a little big break for Christmas. And then those kits are going to be kitted and shipped. So be watching for that. I'm going to say first week of January, but probably will be before that. So very excited that it's left the building. So there is an end in sight. For anybody, I feel very bad if you guys bought it as Christmas gifts and now you have to wrap something. I do, and I'm trying to get my newsletter ready, but if not, it is posted on my Vicky Booten Creative Community Group page, is the little postcard that you guys can print off and wrap. And then it says something like you're cordially invited or surprise, you're going to the Fernwood event, something like that. And then says kits will be arriving soon. So I emailed you about purchasing Fernwood, but didn't hear back. Do I need to purchase it online? Yes, Diana. Where are you located? I have, like, just understand I am way behind on emails. I get emails on 3 different email addresses, plus a lot of private messages. And it is the one thing that is suffering terribly because it's actually funny. Tomorrow morning is my plan to sit down and go through all of my emails. The Fernwood kit is 170 or 180 Canadian. But so just do the exchange is about 30 cents on the dollar. So subtract 30% from that. And that's your cost. Shipping is 20 Canadian, which works out to flat rate shipping of $15, like a flat rate box. You have product in that is valued at pretty much what you pay for that class. Plus you get me for about 15 hours of classes. I do the album class, I do a layout class, and then I do a bonus class. You never will find that. It might sound like it's a lot, but if you go, and ladies out there or guys who've bought everything on their own, say it now. Like, what did you end up spending, do you think, when you bought everything on your own, plus shipping and whatever you need to pay to get it? So you will find that it's a good deal, and it's how I make my living. So, right, all these that I'm doing, all these lives and stuff, I don't make anything off of them unless I put some share sale links, which I never remember to do. So you will find that the value's there. That kit, it's upstairs. I forgot it. It has all the thickers, the stickers, the sticker book, 38, I think, or 36 pieces of pattern paper. I think 10 pieces of cardstock. It has embellishments, a stamp and stencil set. And then I usually do like free like printables and add-ons that you can only get when you're in the private group. So it's definitely worth your money. It's cheaper and worth it to get the kit. I try to make it right. So hopefully that's helpful. So yes, that's all I'm going to talk about now. We're going to flip the camera because we have a lot to do and it's a Tuesday night, right? Hi, Kim. How are you? Any questions before we flip the camera around? While I'm looking at you guys right now. So if you have any questions, let me know, but we're going to have fun. I'm very excited with how this one has turned out. I know for some of you who maybe rainbow isn't your thing, you could do this all in blues. You could do this all in greens, reds, whatever you want, neutrals again. I am really happy. It turned out really well. Louise, I would love the kits, but until I can get an assistant who helps me, I can't figure all of that stuff. And especially the UK, although someone told me, I think it was Natalie's here, so she can help, that there are people who have got their own freight forwarders in the UK who makes it way easier to ship to you guys because you take care of all the tax stuff on your side. So it's definitely worth it. I bet, Julie, I bet it's beautiful. I want to do a rainbow to use all year. Well, yeah, because you could leave it out, right? It doesn't just have to be Christmas. It could be winter. Yeah, but one day, Louise, one day it will happen where I would ship all over the world. Once I get somebody who physically can come to me and help me, and then I will do it, because I would love to share the happy all over the world. Happy birthday, Pamela. I just saw that's your birthday. Happy birthday, and big hugs, because I remember what you told us on Sunday. Hi, Brianne. How are you? So let's flip the camera and get it started. I'm so excited because this has been a ton of work. And when we start these, I'm not always sure if I'm going to love it. And now that I added the snow and the unicorn snowflakes is so, so fun. Oh, so Natalie was saying you can outsource the kit on your own and then purchase the virtual classes. You can, for anybody. For my friends in New Zealand and my friends in Australia. In New Zealand, Michelle Widows has kits. And in Australia, Natalie, oh my goodness, Natalie May has kits as well. I don't know if they have any left, but they have them for those places. Okay, let's flip the camera. Let's do the things. I'm super excited to show you what I have accomplished so far. So let me move my laptop down because I find it's easier. I put it up higher so you aren't looking at my 12 chins. Yes, and like I said, friends, so about 140 US, right? Plus 15 US shipping, and the box is about 6 pounds. That gives you an idea of how much is in there. Sorry, I dropped my pearls on the floor. And let's plug the laptop in so we don't run into any snafus. My heat gun is plugged, or glue gun is plugged in. We're all good. So are we good? I don't see any comments on YouTube. So I just want to make sure you guys are good out there, right? In YouTube world. Oh, there's one. Brianna's on YouTube. Okay, good. Yay! So these are not glued down, so I can't show you. But I worked on all of our houses, and then I saved two. It's the first weekend in February, and I know some people are disappointed that I had to change the date. But my fear was, if I don't change the date, what if everybody doesn't have their kit on time? So again, if you guys follow along, you'll know that it's all completely out of my hands. There are so many delays still with shipping that I'm just doing the best I can, right? Just doing the best I can. And I'm sorry that I disappointed some of you. I hate to do it, right? But yes, it'll be the first week in February, first weekend. I am going to be working on the class. So I know that as soon as I put a sample up, I will sell kits like crazy. And I think I have about 50 kits left because I did order it a little deeper. So if it's something you have to wait till after Christmas, it will still be shipping until they're gone. Okay. If you want to gift it or send a gift certificate, and whoever you're buying for can buy their own, whatever they want, you can do that as well. Okay. You're at a scrapbook retreat this weekend. Will it be recorded? It definitely will. And Chris, you can watch it here. You're on Facebook or on YouTube, whatever you find easier to watch the recorded videos. It is on both. Okay. So this is what I completed and had a darn good time. So do you see the lighter green? So I cut a whole bunch of those out when Julie suggested using the Gemini. It cut through with those dyes so well. Local pickup, yes, definitely in January after Christmas. Yes, my local friends. If you want to do that, just message me. You don't have to order. You can pay me when you come, and that'll save your shipping and all the rest, right? The circle diameter is 12 inches, I believe. Let's check it. I have my ruler right here. Did you see that speediness? 12 inches. The bottom piece is almost 12 inches, about 12 inches. So the board is 12 by about 5. And then the ring is 12 inches. Like I said, we've done, this is like, I think the 5th live I've done showing you little bits on how to do the things. So if you're just watching for the first time tonight, everything is recorded. You just need to go back to those past videos. I won't go through all of the things, right? What was your sandwich you use for those thinlits with the Gemini and Magic Mat? I used both plates, the plastic plates, the Magic Mat, and the dies, and it cut perfectly, Denise, perfectly. But you need to use, like, where on other plates I wouldn't need to use both plastic pieces. That's what I sandwich it, both plastic sheets, and then the Magic Mat with the dies, and it was beautiful, right? Beautiful. But didn't that turn out really nicely? So I have to say, there are tons of die cuts. The dies that are the leaves, I have to take a deep breath. I'm super excited, and now my brain is not catching up to my mouth. Calm down, Vicky. Contain your excitement. I used cut files with my Silhouette or Cricut, and made some of the branches, and then the rest were out of the 2 different holiday greenery dies from my bestest friend Tim Holtz, right? And then I just sprayed them, which was actually worked magically with some Dina, Dina, Wakley. I should have my share a sale links for all this stuff, but of course I do not. So hopefully you guys go back and find one of them and just click on it. But the gloss spray in white is what I did the first round. And then for the next ones, I just frosted them. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay. So I glued it down, which actually the hot glue worked perfectly. And then I put my very jacked up, almost like, what's that stuff called? The tape everybody uses. It's almost craziness, right? I hammered that in there, but then the nails are really long. So are you ready to see the jacked up part? I just kind of hammered them in there, and then I'll cover it with something, but it works. See, it's nice and sturdy. And then, like I said, for some of the buildings, I want to almost be stadium seating on the back. So I just did some layers of hot glue. So make sure you let one layer dry or cool down, and then put another layer on top if you want to do that. Okay, so that's the base. I want to talk to you about how I did the snow on the houses. So I left Jill's church and a tree. These were misted with Tim Holtz Distress sprays, not mica sprays or anything, just regular old Distress. And I did it in Rustic Wilderness. And somewhere in here, I forget what the other color was. Right here. And some Salvage Patina, which I really love. Oh my gosh. My husband is pointing at us with his hockey gloves on.
Thank you for the cookies.
They're too crunchy for you, but still good.
7.5.
That's
10.
7.5. Are you giving me the finger?
Oh,
okay.
7.5 out of 10.
He's got hockey gloves on.
7.5.
Come and put your hand underneath the camera so they can see. Yes.
Embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. Why do you have your hockey gloves on, though, just downstairs in shorts? He's walking around in shorts and hockey gloves.
I'm about to do...
Give me one of those.
I'm about to do...
So, just yoga. So you know.
I'm about to do yoga for my injuries and my bruises.
With your hockey gloves on? Does that help?
No, I'm just working them in.
How old are they?
They're relatively new, so they need to be worked in.
Oh my gosh. You're so special. I apologize. He said, did you watch Succession? Yes, we watched and finished it. And I should have went with Rich. What's that guy's name that you don't like?
Yeah, I don't like him.
What's his name? Mr. Darcy. Whoever the guy is that played Mr. Darcy, he totally freaking screwed his family. And right, if you're frozen, just go out and come back in, Carol. Can someone type that for Carol so she knows? Canadian style, I'm telling you. Does he have his helmet on too? Not probably when he walks in the room. He'll do that on his own. Hi, Adam. How are you? So I'm going to show you how I did the snow. Okay, so I'm going to grab a paper towel. You can put a plate or whatever you want to mix your paint on, right? But if you are finding that you are having an issue with your connection, I find if you go out and come back in is super helpful. As well, if you're watching on YouTube, if you hover your mouse over the little, it looks like a gear, and make sure you're watching it on 720p. So your quality is up there, right? So it's super helpful. Bring the camera closer, please. Sure, I will. So I'm going to jiggle you for a minute, okay? And you get to see, look how nice the sleeves are on my top. I told Devin today, don't you like my top? She probably did not at all, but she pretended she did. Okay, sorry, jiggle, jiggle. So we'll do this, okay? And then just make sure if I'm out of frame that you tell me, okay? Is that better? Sorry, when we're working 12 by 12, right? I need to have the camera higher, but I will show you. So I'm just gonna have to make sure I'm watching so I'm not out of frame. So what I did is I used some distressed glitter in clear rock candy. And then I had mica flakes, which Tim has mica flakes. I have mica flakes from other companies. I have this container I've had forever that I think I bought at Michael's, which is called Ice. And it is just chunks of what look like rainbow, right? It's iridescent. I love it. So I use these two, and then a sheet of paper that I will fold in half so I can contain the mess as best I can. If glitter makes you twitch, this is going to put you right over the edge because it is going to be a glitter bomb. Okay. And then what I used is some white acrylic paint and some, let me find the newer bottle so you guys can see what it looks like, because this is just an older packaging. I use some matte acrylic gel. Okay. And then I just mixed this with the white paint, and that's how I made my snow. You can also, and I might tonight try it, use a texture paste. You can also use Tim's Snowfall grit paste, but it is definitely gritty, right? So I'm going to put that on the base, but I did not use this on top of my houses. And you can decide what you want to do, but I will show you what I did. And you just, oh my goodness, I'm a stutterer tonight. I apologize. And then you can just decide. That's what I was trying to say. But you know why? It's because I went to bed at 3 a.m. We all know why I'm having a hard time with the talking. Oh, Vicky. Okay. Yay. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to mix my paint. You'll laugh, but because I'm just resourceful and just grab things. Oh, and that somebody's calling us on the phone, which somebody in the house will probably not answer. So I apologize because it will ring for a while because no one but me answers the phone in this house. So yes, we still have a landline. So I apologize for that, but somebody must have, or they hung up. Okay. So what I did was put down some white, a good white acrylic paint. Cause like, look at, this is a heavy body paint. So when I put it out, it holds its shape. So I find that super helpful, right? And then I just put a little bit of the matte acrylic gel, which is again, a heavier body. It's not a light body. And then I just find that it makes my glue a little bit more sticky, right? So that's what I put down. And this is what I'm going to use to make my snow. So I took a paintbrush, but just is very wet. So I'm going to make sure I dry it. And I had all of my things ready to go, which it's mixed right here. So I'm going to pour some of that out and I'll show you what it looks like. So this glitter is beautiful and it has an iridescence to it. And then you can see the little iridescent rainbow pieces, which is super pretty with my rainbow village, right? That is how it is in our house, but my husband is the one who answers because it is usually his mom. Yeah, it's usually my mom, right? But Sheila would be watching, so there's no way she would have called. But we have tons of telemarketers. It's my mother or telemarketers. Those are the only phone calls we get now. Let me grab my water too. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you. First, we'll do it on the tree. And make sure you remember, the trees are in Distress Spray, right? I put the Distress Ink spray on them. So Distress Ink is water soluble. So you want to make sure that you don't mess around when you're adding your paint on there, because you'll start to pull some of the pigment, which could still happen anyway. So don't stress too much about it. But you will find, so when I went in here, right, I just started to put some snow. And on the tree, you know, there'd be lots at the top of the tree. You could go down and just tap snowfall all over, or you could put it where it looks like it's just kind of gathered on some of the branches. So I just tap it in, tap it down. And I did it in layers too, just so you know, put the first layer on and some glitter. And then if I wanted some more snow on here, or I found that the wet in the paint was pulling the pigment from the dye, then I just went and put another layer of white on top, right? And then just go in and build some of your snow-covered branches. So get a good gob of paint on your paintbrush, and you can push it in a little bit in the branches. And then what I did, you can pour it out of the jar or pick it up. And then that's all you're doing, is just putting your glitter on here. And then I tapped some of the flakes right in because they are chunkier. You can also take that mica and kind of crumble it with your fingers, and you'll get some smaller pieces. But all that is like, it's not true mica. It's little flakes of plastic is what it is, right? Like a really thin vellum-y plastic. So that's all I did for all of my little trees, is just put some snowfall on here. And then I found putting it with the matte medium, which to me everybody should have in their stash. And you can buy my brand or whatever that you find. There's Golden, Ranger, and Tim have a couple different ones. But it is just a good general art medium, and it is definitely worth having in your creative toolbox. Any questions? Hi, Yessie, how are you? Hi, Kari, how are you? If you mix gesso with your paint and medium, it won't absorb the ink. Yeah, you could do that too, right? We can put some on here. I have it right in front of me if you want to try it. But I didn't find that this paint is pretty thick. So if you want to do the gesso, you could do that too. You could also do a texture medium. But I figured everybody should have some white paint at home. Of course, every time I grab one of these, I grab one of the new containers. But so the gesso will have a dry mat as well. So let's throw some of that in there too. Let's try it. Right, and then just get it in there. Depends how heavy you want your snow. I find this project, if you are watching tonight because you just like to hang out with me, but you're like, I'm not really into doing crafts, I'm more just a card maker, or I only like to scrapbook, you really need to change your mind on that. I have to find that this was so fun and relaxing. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole process, and I would like to do more. Just general crafting, not all the time. It doesn't mean I give up my other crafting, but I'm saying don't limit your creativity and say I only want to do some things, right? What is matte medium and what is it used for? You can use it as a decoupage medium. It is great adhesive, like when I'm doing any of my handmade books, or you're going to see it because we're going to use it again tonight. We're going to use it with the tissue paper. So it works. Do you know that I can do my foiling with it? It will work as a foiling medium as well. It is just a good all around. You can use it as a glue. You can use it as a primer because it's clear. I love it. So there is my tree with snow on it with the glitter flakes. Very fun, right? And some of it I had to give a haircut when it's dry because some of the branches are sticking out pretty good. Okay. And then I'm going to set that to dry. I was covered, went to bed covered in paint, glitter. It was a good night, right? It was a good night. I had stuff all over me. Yay. So now let's do our church. Inspired by Jill Bushart, right? She was doing this with me and she said, hey, do you make a church? And I said, sure will. So now, right, I have my little church where I put the little stained glass windows. This one has actual, I did stained glass. I did 3 colors on that one. Love it. So for here, I just kind of went where snow when you usually look on a roof, right? Like it's probably going to gather at the base of the steeple on the top of the roof and on the edges. And then I am definitely going to put some on the little door overhang. Yeah, I love it too. So let's mix up our medium. And it stays open and wet for a long time. So you have some time to work with this. But do you see that? Look at, even though it's not a texture paste, it still holds a shape like snow. So I love that. And then I just kind of went on the edges. Less is more, my friends. Start light and then add. But don't go in and put too much on because I don't want to cover all of it because then why did we do all that work with the gold, right? But totally your preference. If you want to cover all of it, go for it. I'm not going to judge you. And this is also very forgiving when you want to go and add maybe some of your seams. Maybe you had a little trouble when you were putting your glue or putting your pieces on. So I'm going to start with the big flakes. I have to fix this bottle too because it should shake better. But you know, I did not open it very well. You could dip it into your glitter if you want to, but I'd be afraid sometimes that I don't want to get chunks of paint in my glitter. And then again, just tap the little micas in there. It's so pretty. Those little rainbowy color flakes. Okay, so a little bit there. When it dries, you can tap it off. And then I went in. I'm cleaning my brush up a little so I can get it into a little seam here. And then I just kind of brought it up the side a little bit. And then you can go in there and chunk that up a little bit if you want a little bit more snow. Again, don't forget, don't overwork this because we did cover this in Distress ink, right? So you will be able to lift the pigment off if you tap that brush too much. And I also took my brush kind of on the edge so I could make the snow look like it's kind of overhanging. And then you can glitter as you go. See, I need to open the container better. What do I have that I can shove in there? And try not to spill the whole thing. And now what I'll do too when this is done is I will leave those flakes and that glitter as a mix. So it will be my own custom glitter mix. So you see I add as I'm going just so it doesn't dry on me too quick. Am I missing questions, friends? The other thing that the mica does is almost looks like chunks of ice, right? And then add a little bit more. I'm not concerned with contaminating my paint because it's on a paper towel. So it's okay to come back in and you can just kind of retouch it. I'm going to put it on the edge. Again, I don't want to totally cover everything up because I want to see my pretty gold roof, right? And then some here. And then I just made it look like it was kind of falling down the roof a little bit. You can drag again some up so it looks like it's coming down on the side. Put some around the back. And it also lets me cover up some of the boo-boos I made when I was cutting it and doing things. So very forgiving. And then I'll just finish this piece, do that piece over top. Sorry if am I out of screen too? I apologize because now I move the camera and then I have to kind of have it close to my body so I can see what I'm doing. Let's fix that. Put some on the edge. Okay. And mica and glitter. I don't like to waste, so I don't pour it out of the jar. I'll just keep using what I have here. But you definitely can do whatever makes you happy there. So if you don't work as fast, just make sure you're working in small sections, okay? So everything doesn't dry, but if it does dry, just put the multi-medium, some white glue, whatever you have, okay? So we're getting there. Getting there. See how pretty? And then I'll just do a little bit on that edge and then the front bit. Thank you very much, Lisa. I'm in screen. Okay, just make sure because I'll keep looking at my camera. But I was just realizing that as I was going, I'm like, oh, Vicki, are you actually like in the screen? very fun. I feel like very festive and creative doing this stuff. So like I said, if you are newer and you're like, I scrapbook and I card make, but I don't usually do this kind of stuff, kind of open your the possibilities up. Don't limit yourself to what you can craft. There is a lot of fun to be had in trying some of this stuff. And like I said, you don't have to do it to the scale I am with the whole wreath and the whole bit. You could just do some little ornaments, right? Like I went to the dollar store and I found those ornaments that are the look like, oh, Vicky's having a brain fart. Look like little snow globes, which is perfect, right? Could just put one house in it and do some mini ones. Your kids could play along with you, grandkids, maybe even your hubby. Sometimes you get this stuff out there, and if they are artsy, because, you know, some guys like to do this kind of stuff. I know my friend Adam is out there, and he's an amazing crafter. I just think it's fun to do the little creatives. There. So I'll flick some of these little pieces off after, but I don't really want to do it while everything's wet. So there is my little church with the snow on it. Set that guy aside, and I'll put this back in the cup. So I wanted to show you guys that. Moving this behind me so I don't spill it everywhere, because it goes everywhere. With the medium, are you able to make icicles hang down from the roof? Marianne, I think you could with a finer brush, like a thinner brush. And I would probably start it, let it dry, and then add some on it, depending on how far you want those to go down. You probably could even do it with a little bit of maybe some hot glue and just paint them and then add or glitter them. But yeah, definitely try it. Or with white hot glue, right? Which we know, because when Tim showed us how to make the candles before, which was the most freaking amazing thing, making the little mini candles. Yeah, you can do lots of things. Give it a try. Okay, so, okay, stop touching it, Vicky. The other thing that I want to do is, that's what I was saying here. Let's move, because I'm still going to use this. I'm going to wash my brush, though, because I got a little crazy there with that brush. So I was trying to decide, how is my title going to work on this, right? Try to move this without making a total mess. How is my title going to work on this? And my part of my title is, I found this at the dollar store, but you can find in the craft store these metal words. I was lucky I found a package with 3 different metal words in it. I love it because it's like what we did on the roof with the silver glaze, has that brushed metal, right? And then I was like, okay, I could hang this, or I could put it across the bottom or across the middle. So I decided that I had some watercolor paper, because I needed something that was wider than 12 inches. So my scrapbook paper wouldn't work. But one of my ideas was, if you took 2 pieces of scrapbook paper and glued them together, and then when we do the next step, you totally could still make a 15, like this is 15, I'm going to cut it to 15 inches. And what my idea was, is that I think it would be cool to make this a flag banner that will come out from behind like this, and then over the top like this, and buckle. And because I can bend this, because it's very thin, it's going to go on here. And then I'm going to stitch it with, I have gold thread somewhere. I bought this. I ordered it. It's just gold thread, and I'm going to stitch it with like an X stitch on a couple of those pieces, and then that will tie the gold in, right? So I'm going to show you what my idea was. That so even if you don't have a long sheet of paper, this is out of a pad of watercolor paper. You could put the seam in because it's going to be covered when I show you the next step. So now we have to decide, do I want to make this neutral or do we want to color it red? We're going to have to make that decision, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we are going to move this out of the way. Isn't that fun? So it was a lot of work, but worth every second of it. So if you guys can see, right? Some of it we misted with the Dina Wakley gloss paint. And then the rest I did exactly like I just showed you on the houses. I just painted, like you can really see it here. I just painted some of the leaves and put the glitter on top of it. I am probably going to go down, and when I'm done, I will tack some of these down, but I'll show you. Here's the other idea. So I took some of my Warm Wishes stars and I stacked them together. Do you see I made myself raised bits with my glue gun? The exact same way I told you about doing the stadium seating in the back, so some of those houses will be up taller, is I put a bead of glue, hot glue down, let it cool, and then when it was completely cool, put another bead. So these stars now all have a little bit of height and fun. And my thought was that they will be nestled right in there. Right? I think that that's going to be fun with the Believe off the side. And then don't forget, we have pearls. And I'm going to show you one of the ideas I have for these tonight. If I want to put rainbow or colored pearls in here, don't know yet. But I'm going to show you some ideas with this, okay? So let's do this part first. I'm going to set this aside. I just dropped my stars on the floor, but they're glued together really good, so we'll be fine. So we are going to take, now like I said, you might have this, or you have, Tim has new, he doesn't have tissue wrap anymore, but I have tons of this because I've used it in classes before. But any kind of printed tissue paper I think would work really well. So I'm going to take a piece of this out. I'm not going to put the butterflies on here. But what this is printed tissue paper, but it will accept the ink. So what I thought would be fun is let's take this piece and let's cover it with decoupage. And then we can decide if we want to color it. I think I'm going to leave it white. I think I want it to just be black and white because I don't want to overdo it. You guys can do whatever you want, but I don't want to overdo it. Like, I don't feel like this needs a lot of color on it. Already the rainbow houses was, like I said to my mom, I'm doing the rainbow because everybody knows I love rainbow. But to be honest with you, I love the neutral. So I think I'm going to leave it neutral. But like I said, you do whatever makes you happy. Okay. So what my idea is going to be is I'm going to tear pieces of this and we're going to use this. Okay. So we are going to tear some pieces, but I don't want the butterfly on here because you know I love butterflies, but I don't really think we need a butterfly on there. And let's take this like this so I can get this piece out. Didn't work anyway, but I'll pretend it did. So I'm just going to get a whole bunch of these pieces to use. Now it worked. Hello, friends. Hello from Greenville, South Carolina. How's everybody doing? I am really, really happy. I think we have a lot of new friends here that you've probably just kind of caught me on YouTube, or you don't necessarily watch the Friday Night Lives. You wouldn't have known any of this was going on. Welcome. I'm really happy to see you here. And as always, I'm super happy to see all my friends that join me all the time as well. Love it. So you won't see the banner finished until I share this on Friday, which I will share it on Friday Night Live, the finish. But let's see if that, oh, let's get this piece out too. Only thing I'm not using is the butterflies. I'll save them for something else maybe, but I don't want butterflies this time on my Christmas project. You're thinking too much? What are you thinking about, Ada? What are you thinking too much about? I probably, if I was with you, would probably have to agree. I think that's what stops a lot of people from doing mixed media and artful techniques is overthinking it or self-doubt that you can't do it. Don't. Just do the things, right? Anything that you do, even if it's not exactly what you want it to look like, there's ways to work on it and tackle it, but do one piece at a time. That's why we started with literally making mixed media backgrounds, but you could do these out of pattern paper. You don't have to do the mixed media. And then cutting all the shapes, gluing them, where we made 2-story houses instead of everything just being the one level, right? Do the things. Do the things. Give it a try. You'll be shocked at what you're capable of. Okay, had a little drink. I'm going to find my foam paintbrush and I'm going to put down again the matte acrylic gel, which is multi-medium. There's lots of different names for this, but I like the matte. I'm not a glossy girl. Oops, threw it, friends. I'm going to get another paper towel, even though I wouldn't recommend you put your mediums on paper towel because it's going to soak all the moisture out. But for time, because I didn't have time to grab it after making supper and trying to run down here, right? I find I don't always love the things as I'm making it. But when I go back and look at it, I usually love the things. 100%, my friend Jennifer, it's 100%. And I did not like this as we started it. You know when I fell in love with it? When we added the snow and the glitter, and then I did the leaves, and then I'm like, okay, I freaking love this. I was wrong. I shouldn't have doubted the process. The other thing that we can do before I start to add this, I told you that mine, I think, is going to be about 15 inches long. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I think I would like it finished right now so that when we go, I'm trying to find my pencil. When we go to do the decoupage, I can, oh, excuse me, sorry, can wrap it around the edges. I went and got a roasted chicken for tonight. I take the chicken breast off and then I do just put it in a frying pan with a little bit of butter and season it for the kids because they will do tacos. And I just ripped a wing off and mowed it down quickly so I could get down here with some asparagus. So it was a very quick dinner. So I'm going to show you what my idea is. And then we are going to, I think for the banner, does an inch? Sure. So I'm going to mark that. Okay. Whoop. Tree down. And then I'm just going to do this so I can cut my banner out. Of the ends, right? Scissors. When I was out shopping like Natalie was today, I went into this store that had some dining room tables. I really want to find a new dining room table. Once your kids get older, I want them, they don't need to sit at the kid table. Like I would like them to be, all of us to be able to sit at the dining room table together. And they had lanterns that they were snow globes, but there's a motor in it. So the glitter was constantly going around it, but it wasn't, I've seen them before where it's air. I have a Disney one with Snow White in dressed like in Christmas stuff. But this one was like actual water. So it must churn the water. It was so beautiful. I was loving it. Your connection's bad. I'll catch later, or go and watch on YouTube, Stacy, if you want. That might work a little bit better. So I am using for this is a watercolor paper. So it's pretty heavy card, right? But you could use 2 pieces of foundations paper and glue it in the center. And then when you put your decoupage on top, you wouldn't see it, right? So if you don't have watercolor paper, I didn't even realize I had this till I opened up my drawer and I was like, oh, perfect. Because that's what I was going to do, is piece 2 pieces together. So I'm just finding the center. Is that right? Right there. And then I'm measuring 1 inch in. Okay. And then just cut, or I'm just measuring it so it's just easy. Just do it perfectly. And then I just try to cut on the inside of my pencil line so I don't have to come back and erase them. Okay. There are lots of them on here though, which you probably won't be able to see, but you might, because I decided not to ink my paper, right? And using my Chamel glitter scissors, the best thing ever. I love these. Chamel had them with one of her American Crafts lines. Glitter Girl, I think it was, or something. And I was like, yes, sign me up. I need glitter scissors. It's contained glitter too, which I really like. Okay, so that's going to be my banner piece that we're going to decoupage. Vicky Booton, are you drinking the caramel PT? I am PT. Sorry, pear tea. That was almost like stinker claws. I am not, because I ran down here and all I have is water tonight. So unless somebody magically makes me a tea, I won't have one. Natalie went shopping at Muji and spent her birthday money on paper and pens. I'm excited. Send me a picture later, Nat. I want to see what you got. I am not drinking caramel PT, pear tea either. I wish I had one right now. It would be the best time. Went in for a table, came out with a glittery lantern. Love it. I came out with nothing. I wrote the dimensions down though, in case I want to go back and get the table I saw. It was beautiful. But I'm going to get another craft mat. Okay. Paper and pens. Natalie is a girl after my own heart, because I would do that. I love stationery stores. Best thing ever, right? This is very dirty, Matt, but it will be fine. I'm only doing it so the cleanup will be a lot faster. Do you see this? That spot, every time I see it. I was demoing at Creativation, and one of my bosses, American Crafts bosses, came and was demoing on my table, messing around, thinking he was all funny. And he put permanent ink on there. And I've never had these craft mats, everything cleans off of it. But I think that's going to require a lot of elbow grease, right? Craziness. So what the idea is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to decoupage the pieces on here. Some of it I'm going to put on just as a solid piece, and then we can layer on top of it. So what I will do now, like I said, this tissue paper, I could totally ink if I wanted to. If I want to ink it after I've decoupaged it, do not put the matte medium on top, only underneath. Because if you put a layer on top, are you ready? Here's a golden nugget. The matte medium will resist the distress ink. You could get some on there, but you it's much easier when the paper is porous because the matte medium will seal it. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when I go down and put this on here, so I'm covering it right with my matte acrylic gel. And if you have, say, I'm trying to remember what that stuff's called. I just forgot what it's called. The Mod Podge. So Mod Podge is almost like a watered down white glue. And I find Mod Podge can be very sticky when you use it. The matte medium, the multi-medium works much nicer. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to put this on here. And you could put wrinkle in it if you want, just kind of smoosh it. And then I can go in here and just add some more medium if I want to. Right? And then I'm going to kind of burnish it. And I did not cover the whole page in matte medium yet, because what will happen is paper's porous, right? And it could start to dry before I get the medium on here. So that's why I'm just kind of putting it down and working a section at a time. And then I can put that on here as smooth as you want, as wrinkly as you want. Whatever you want to do, my friends. It's your project. Do whatever makes you happy. So if I wanted to ink this, see, I'm only putting the medium underneath. Now I'm not going to be inking it. I've already decided I'm going to leave this white. So then I can go in here and I will put as well a layer on top. So it is good and sealed. And I can rub my finger on this as long as these are important parts, that the glue isn't all layered up on my finger and it hasn't started to set up. Because if you start working this too much, your finger would glue to it and you'll tear the paper. Okay, so just be careful. But I get right in there. I will have glue all over my hands, but I'm totally okay with that. Okay. Yes, I will try it with hand sanitizer. I have like 50 mats because I buy them for classes. So the only reason I haven't really given this a good clean yet is because I haven't had to, right? Because I just grab a new mat. So yes, definitely I will. I'll clean it. But like I said, I bought a set. Early days, I went to Ranger U. There used to be this type of school you could go and learn from all of the Ranger artists. At that time, it was Tim and, oh my goodness, who else was it? It was before Dina and Diane. Diane was actually there with me at Ranger U. Isn't that funny? Before she ever started designing with them, she was actually at Ranger U with me as a student. Super amazing lady. She's there right now doing stuff, but isn't that funny? I wonder if Dina was too. She may have been. But I remember Dina from all of the art magazines and stuff before she started working with Ranger. But yes, so Ranger U. So I bought them all as craft mats for my distress ink classes. Because back in the day, I would supply everything. And now with flying, it makes it a little bit harder, right? So I will put more of when I can teach in person again, we'll just put it down as a tool list, right? Bring your craft mat. Because now I really believe if you're doing anything that requires any kind of cleanup, you need a craft mat. And I would have multiple craft mats. I have ones that I cut smaller. So if I'm traveling somewhere and I want to just have a little craft mat, I'll bring it with me. Or if I'm just stamping or making cards, so I cut my craft mats. So you see what I'm saying, friends? I'm going to layer this down. I'm going to cover this whole piece. Don't want that much of a bubble in it. Can I just say that foam brushes are not what they used to be? Anybody else find that? That I buy these foam brushes and it breaks before I'm not pressing hard. I'm not being a wild and crazy foam brush user, but it is not the best foam brush. Very annoying. The other thing that the decoupage will do is it will give you a really nice work surface, right? Like it will give you some more beef, right? Beef. Wendy was there as well as a student. When I went, this was years and years ago. Wendy was not. I love Wendy. That's actually when I met Wendy. She was there as a student. She did not have her line yet either with Ranger. It was Claudine Helmuth. So you're only going to know this if you've been around for a long time, because you might be like, I don't know who that is. And Suze Weinberg. She used to do a lot with the melting pot and Yudi. So yes, Sue and Claudine Helmuth. Those were who, with Tim, were who the artists were at Ranger. So this was many, many moons ago. I have been a Ranger girl for many, many, many years. Yeah, Wendy, when she first started, you remember Suze? That's who it was, Suze Weinberg and Claudine Helmuth. It was not, I don't want to flip this yet because I don't want to put stuff upside down. Claudine's Dolls, yep, 100%. That's who was at Ranger U with Tim. I was on one of Tim's design teams, like the first design team he had. I was on it. It was very short-lived, but now he has tons of makers, right? Oh, gosh. The people who work with his stuff are amazing. But yeah, crazy times. So yes, been a fan and lover and user of the product for a very long time. And he was very supportive when I came out with my own stuff, my own line. He actually is anytime I need anything, if I just ask. I love Mr. Holtz and Mario. Okay, so what I'm going to do, friends, is now I will leave this to completely dry, because when it dries, it's much easier to trim your overhang. And I will, because I don't want it to be ugly from the back, I will as well cover the back, but I'm not going to flip it until it dries. So this will give you an idea. Now, when you see it, you'll know what I did. And I might dry brush some gold on the raised bits. I don't know yet, but you'll see it when it's done on Friday when I share it. But what will happen is this will completely dry and give me a really nice effect, right? With the Believe on there. Very fun, right? Yeah, someone to bring me some tea. Wouldn't that be nice? I can't text because my phone is right there. It's above me, right? So I am going to set that aside to dry. And what's nice is because I have the craft mat, I just pick the craft mat up and I'll put it behind me. So I will let this totally dry. I'll do the other side. I will trim it and then it will be good to go. Okay, I got to stand up though. I cannot turn my body that way. So just give me 1 second here because I'm actually going to take this one piece off. It's too busy. And I will finish it after. Give me 1 second, friends. I just want to wash my hands because they are now covered in leather glue. Okay. There we go. See, it's coming together. What I love is this thing will be finished by tomorrow. I love it, love it, love it. How we doing out there? So let's grab, where is the wreath? See, I have 20 million things. I put something here and something there. Oh, it's right here. So now what we need to do is start gluing our houses down. I have to, so how are we going to do this so you guys can see? I'm going to wedge it like this because I can't really adhere it like this because it's too hard for me to work. So I'm going to do like that. I think that'll work, right? If I just put it like that. And I might have to do it flat. We could change the camera. I could look at you for a minute and I could put the camera on an angle so you could see from the side. What do you guys think? See, one day I could have a camera person and they could go, here, let me change the camera on this angle for you. And it would be super helpful, right? But right now, that's not the case. So what my idea is I'm going to start gluing the houses down. And then I also want to put some snow down here. So we can try where we could do it with the paint. Or I would really like to use the snowfall grip paste, right? So, which is what I wedged underneath here. So let's change that to something else. So I think this snowfall grit paste will be very fun on here. And I have a palette knife. So do you see what that looks like? Right? I hope the camera's kind of in focus. So just to give you an idea, right? Oh, it's going to be so good on here. And I can totally go like I'm icing a cake and we'll be able to go and put it on my area that I've layered for the stadium seating for the houses. So it'll be very fun. And then we can still, while it's wet, I can sprinkle some glitter in there too. So I went and shopped my stash. And these are things I'm going to look to see if there's somewhere I can add. I might put this somewhere, one of these, maybe on the stars or on the front. I don't know. This is one of my favorite things ever created with Tim Holtz are these quote chips. So I might use these, don't know. But I did find something that would be fun if I put in my village somewhere. Is the Selvage Santas. Oh, a brass circle. Do you think it would be too difficult or too heavy to use on the woods? I don't know. You could try it, Christine. You could wire it on there. Wouldn't that be fun? But look I could put a little Selvage Santa in my village. Although Santa will be as big as the houses, so maybe I won't do that. It'll be like Godzilla Santa. So I found those, but maybe we'll save those for something else. So I grabbed a whole bunch of things because maybe some sticker words might end up being added. I don't know. But I think I'll skip Godzilla Santa. How old are those? I have to find them now. Those awesome chipboard words. I might have extras, Natalie. I think it was last year. But when I buy this stuff, like I literally have a case of Christmas stuff. I collect at the dollar store, at Michael's. I go in right at the beginning of the year and bells, medals, like everything that I could get that Godzilla Santa. He would be, right? He'd be like the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man, right? Some inflatables are as big as houses. He could be, right? An inflatable in that crazy Griswold front yard. And this here is the baseboard pieces. So one of these could be really cool right on the front of my platform. I'll decide, right? Not last year. I bought all of last year's. I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. I love them. I think that they should come out with some version of that all the time. If I was allowed to have 50 million SKUs, maybe in my newest collection, maybe I can get them to do some kind of like little chipboard words. I think these are great for titles, right? Great for titles. I love them. Okay. So I grabbed things. We'll see. A lot of this is coming out on Sunday when we start crafting. For sure it's coming out. So This is one of the houses that I did. It's one of the churches. So I showed, if you're watching for the first time, I did show how to do 2 stories, right? So if you want to do that. But it's going to go on this raised bit. So I'm going to show you guys, but then I'm going to have to put it flat too, because if I don't, I'm afraid my house is going to not be upright. Like it will dry going towards the back of the frame. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to put glue, hot glue down. And I'm going to glue my church down. See the steam coming off? It's super hot glue. And this glue gun that Tim talked about, the Sure Bonder, but I did buy it too big. Tim talked about the Sure Bonder, but it was smaller, is a great hot glue gun. And I was telling you guys that I also have the new one from We Are Memory Keepers that comes in a really cool kind of holder. I'm going to be trying that one as well on Sunday. So I'm going to move this around now. We're going to check to make sure the church is straight. But that's perfect. He is never moving. Now he is committed. So see, there's the first church is gone down. 50 million skews is a lot. You'll never leave the basement again. You know me, Patty. I always tell you. And I do have a little bit of a problem with over exaggeration. So let's see. So now I have a second board. Let me move this out of the way for a second. Where I placed everything so I kind of know where it needs to be set up. Right? So I am pulling now from this board all of my pieces so I know where they go. How did you know? Did Nanny text you? What flavor did I get in what mug, Debbie? Debbie got Hot Mama. Well, it makes it super easy now that you can just put it in from the water thing, right? Is that what you did?
I didn't know
what flavor did I get? Oh, what is it?
Vanilla chai.
Vanilla chai. There you go. Debbie got me a cup of tea. Wish it would have been a different flavor though.
Are you serious?
I'll tell you why though. I am very appreciative, but I don't drink this one without milk. But because I'm very ungrateful.
Do you want a different kind?
No, I'm good. I'll drink it. I just will take my.
Good.
It smells delicious, but I'll take my tea bag out quick. Look at, I'm just putting it in a cup of paint. There. Thank you, Devin. Not to sound like an ungrateful brat. Say hi to the peoples.
Hey.
Hey. Devin got spoiled for Christmas. Hot Mama. Look how cool, Deb. Do you love what we're making? Look what I made.
It's pretty. I like it.
Do you want to make one? No.
I don't think I could.
Yeah, you could. You could do all the things. That's what we need to do on One Live. I need to teach Devin things. Don't you think that'd be fun? Because she just told you, I don't think I could do it. And it will be just like you guys, where you like, I don't think I could do this. That, yes, you could. So now I have to start going and building, right? I know a tree is going to go right here. So I'm going to glue the tree down. And then we're going to put snow around them as we go. Isn't that fun? What are you looking at? To see what people are saying? Or were you watching what I was doing?
I was looking at the camera.
Did Miles eat the delicious dinner I made?
Yeah.
Did he love it?
Good.
Yes,
Very
Miles.
good.
He's always the most appreciative of the food. Isn't he? Wouldn't you say? Miles is always the one who will tell me. Miles is Devin's boyfriend, and he is the one kid in this family who will always be like, oh, that's so good. But he is also, oops, let's turn. Oop, it's committed.
You hot glue gunned it.
I hot glue gunned it. So this is where we're at so far, friends. See? The church is attached and the tree is attached. Look at Patty said, you can do it, Dev.
Maybe.
Patty also was giving me a hard time because I said that I had like 50 million SKUs. And she said, that's a lot of SKUs. You're going to have a hard time finding anything. Patty giving me a hard time. Okay, so now I have this little tree that I already know is going to go here. And then we'll look with the other church to decide if I want to raise the house in the middle. I don't know yet. So just a second here, friends. So I'm hot gluing everything because I just find it makes it a little easier. But just keep in mind, my lovelies, that watch your spacing, that everything's going to fit, right? So in here, there's my little church. But now I know when I put the yellow house in front, I can still kind of see the church behind it. My village is very big. I probably could have used fewer houses, but it is what it is. So now I have our kind of Japanese style 2-story, that rich family who lives up on the hill. Do we need to put that raised up? What do you think, Dev?
Yeah.
I think so, right? But this is what this church will look like. Yes, Devin has decided we need to stadium seat the houses in the back. So for what I did for this, see, this is what made it hard because I've attached the wreath is that I can't show you guys as much, is I put the red house down. I'll put it down, decide where it needs to fit with the, I got to put it flat for 1 second, with the blue church. And then what you're going to do is outline it with pencil. So I'm going to take it. You know what I need to do, Dev? I think, friends, we need to put the camera to the side, don't you think? Because you guys are going to want to see, and I can't show you anything. So would you like me to just take a second to move the camera? Because I totally will. And then you can see exactly what I'm doing. Because now this is not good live TV. I moved it, but it just needs to be a guideline. So see, I put the little outline. Okay, see, I knew. So no judging because you're going to see the mess that is all over my room. But because I love you guys, I'm going to set this up. So we're going to, yeah, Devin's moving. Her hair's not combed. She's like, oh, did you hear her? Oh, I'm out of here. You can still be here. You just don't need to go on camera. That was funny. Oop. Okay, so give me a second. Because now I have to Houdini this, okay? No judgment here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You say that now, but we'll see. Okay. Hi. So I just have to figure this out. Can you come and help me? You can stand there. Nobody can see you. Hold this for a minute, okay? Okay. Ooh, Dev, we got to figure out how to do this.
I don't know.
Devin says she doesn't know. Okay.
This is.
One day I will have a third camera, friends, because then what we could do is just flip it to the third camera, because I could put 3 cameras on here. But I am not that fancy just yet. Hi, I'm here. So just give me 1 second, because I'm moving my camera stand. Devin was laughing at me. Tell her not to. Don't laugh at your mother.
I'm not.
Your mother's doing her best, and she's not always the smartest.
How are we going to do this?
Watch, I'm going to set it up here. Oh, okay. I got an idea. So you see, put that down on the desk. It's fine. See that roller cart over there with things on it? Take everything off the top tray and bring that over to me. Okay.
I don't think you have enough of these.
She's looking, Patty, she's looking at my, what are they called? Pop. Don't trip. That's what a mess my room is, just so you know. She's looking at my pop. I'm going to say pop socket. They're not. They're not pop rocks.
It's pop rock.
That's because that one is Willie Nelson.
Pop rock. Oh.
What are they, Patty? Pop somethings and Funko Pops. Thank you. And I have a box of about 50. There's a box of 50 over there. So she just said, I don't think you have enough of those. Because I just started collecting a month ago and just went crazy and bought all of the ones I wanted. Okay, so move the turquoise cart out of the way, put it over right in front of the drawer there, and then wheel that, pick it up. Yeah, that's smart. Smart girl. We have to, what do you call this? We have to Jimmy rig it, something rig it. Okay, wheel that closer to me. Ooh, watch my wreath.
I didn't hit it.
You did. I saw it happen. Okay, so we can see on the screen, Deb. So let's see. Oh my gosh, they're going to see what my room looks like. Oh, Debbie. I cannot even believe. Only for you guys would I even do this. What happened here? Oh, it's because I'm looking at myself. I'm like, okay. This is not going to be pretty for everybody. Okay, so I need something to weight the back of this.
Man.
Will that work? Needs to be heavy, Dev. Get me something heavy.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know.
Help me.
There's so much shit in the space. Oh,
Debbie.
sorry. So much
Sorry.
stuff.
Devin just swore. I
Sorry.
apologize.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
MacGyver it. Yep, I'm MacGyvering it. Okay, look it. So, okay. So I'm showing you guys, get ready. Will you be able to see here? So I'm going to adjust now while we're looking. Devin was totally judging though. Did you notice that? That she's like, there's so much poop around here. Okay, so let's see. Does that work, friends?
Okay, is it good?
I think Devin is regretting being nice that you came down here with the tea. Will that work, friends? So what angle do I have to put this on? Turn it more like that? Oh my gosh, look at that mess everywhere. Do you think that works?
Yeah.
You two are completely normal. Yeah, both wackos. I think this is good, right, friends? And then I just have to remember to show you guys here. So this is going to be working a little backwards. So, all right, let's see. Let's see how this is going to go. But I want you to be able to see.
You need anything else?
I think we're good, right? Is this more helpful? Okay, we did it. Thank you, Devin. I might need a shot of tequila in my tea. We'll see how it goes. But I think that's good. Yay. So you get to see the mess that is my desk, but we're good.
Okay.
Okay, there. Thank you. Oh, you know what you could help? One more thing. See this light? Move it over here as much as you can, because if you can shine the light coming this way, will be super helpful. But we have to watch it doesn't tip over. That's better. Yes. Okay, bring it close to the desk, and then if it tips over, I think we're okay, right? That's better, right, friends? Oh, we made the things work. Yay. Okay, let's do the things. Okay, so what I was saying is I have gone and I outlined the base for the house that's going to go in the middle. So what I'm going to do again, don't trip on stuff. She's judging again. Don't judge me, Dev. Bye. Love you too. You're the best, babe. Good thing Santa's going to be good to you this year, eh? So my heat gun is really hot right now. So this is going to take a minute to get the layer down. So I just outline the pencil line that I just put on here. Once that cools, I'll put another one on. So we can build the height of the base so that house will pop up a bit. but you have to let it cool. And the hotter the gun is, it's on high right now. I'm going to put it on low. The hotter the glue is, the more that spreads. So when the glue is a little bit more on the cool side, I find that I can build that a lot easier. Am I really loud? Because I'm sorry, because now my face is right beside the phone. I'm probably yelling in your ear. I apologize for that. So I have added that glue. Can you see that? And when we go and put the snow in, we can totally cover that. So it's going to look like it's like a little hill leading up to the house. So the hot glue is definitely your friend. Okay. So once that dries, I'll put another layer on, and we can already see right now where the little church will sit here. And even though, see, it's on an angle, when I put it on there, it's on an angle. I'll fix that. When I put the layer of hot glue to attach it, I'll just like do this and hold it till it's level. How hot is that still? It's better. And then we have the little greenhouse that's going to go here. And I think I have a tree between these ones. Yeah. And then a tree is going to go there. Right? And then the ones in the front, I'm definitely not going to pop up. I will just put them on here. Push that back a little bit, the tree back a little bit. And that guy's going to go there. I'm just going to now put the pieces out. And what I can do is start gluing it down. Right? Hi, Dawn. How are you? But I might put the back layer on. And then what we will do is then I will start putting some snow in and then build to the front. As we're going, I'm thinking that will be a smart way to do this. So let's see if we can't get our second layer, because we are popping the second layer up a little higher so that you can actually see the houses. Now, with a lot of things like this, you could see it. You would just look from different angles, right? So right front on, you won't be able to see. It is a little difficult to work on an angle. Like my arm has to come around, but I can do the things I want you to be able to see. So let's see, kind of give an idea of how high this house is going to go. Spider webs of, let's move this guy. Is that high enough yet? I think I want one more layer. I'm going to put one more layer of glue. Try not to yell in your ear because I was leaning right in to where the phone is. You like the camera move? Well, I just, because there's no way I could build this with you guys couldn't see what I was doing at all. You wouldn't be able to see, right? So I'm waiting for that to cool a bit. We'll put one more layer and I'm going to commit. I'm just going to commit with the little red house. This is so cute. I could see this with different themes. For sure you could. You could do like, we could do a version of this that could be like beach. And you could do seashells all on the wreath with little beach houses with sand. Wouldn't that be fun? Could totally do any version of this. So for some of you guys who don't live in a climate where there's snow, I would love to see what you do that represents where you live, right? It does not have to be a snow village. Okay, it's not super cold yet. So what happens as we start to build the layers is it will melt the layer underneath because the glue's so hot. But if you didn't know this about me, I have 0 amounts of patience. It needs to be ready to go now. So that is a tip. If you're finding your glue spreading too much, it's too hot, So even unplug your glue gun for a little bit, and then you can come back in and add. But I want it to go up. See, it's starting, it just starts to melt the layer underneath and spreads out. I find the colder the glue gun, like this one, see how bubbly it is? I made this right when I first plugged the glue gun in. But I'm going to let that cool. I'm going to put one more layer on top. Sand and seashells. I love it. We never see snow, but we love to craft with snow. I get that, Robin. I get that. Even though here it was like, I think last week was 18 degrees, which I think was like 68 or something. That's unheard of in Ontario, Canada in December. So freaked me right out. Vicky, lower the temperature of the glue gun. I did, Nat. Remember I said I lowered the temperature of my glue gun. Yep, I did that. Natalie's always taking care of me, right? Yep, I did it. Now we're just waiting because it's been on for quite a while. Okay, I'm going for it because again, remember, what does Vicky have? No patience. One more layer. Oh, need a new glue stick, which I have them here because I'm actually prepared today. I'm so excited. The stuff that's going to be going on this week. I cannot wait for Sunday. I hope we have lots of people show up. I know it's hard with holidays on Sunday when we're going to be able to craft, like going to full on craft. I'm going to get all of my Tim Holtz out. I'm going to get my warm wishes out, and we're going to make some fun stuff. I don't, it's hard too to have the patience when, oh my goodness, I'll repeat what somebody said. When you're doing it live, right? I don't want everybody to have to wait for my glue to cool down and dry, all the stuff to dry. But Azure Muse said lights on palms and flamingos. How fun would that be? I love it. I love it. Yes, I know that, Nat. I did. Natalie's telling me where the temperature gauge thing is on my glue gun, but I did it already. What's Sunday? Lisa, on Sunday, starting, I said before at 3, but I think I'm going to go on at 2. I'm going to gather up warm wishes. I'm going to gather up a bunch of my Tim Holtz and other holiday crafting, and we're going to have a holiday crafting party. I am planning on making a layout, a tag mini book, and a card. So it's going to start at 2 p.m. until we end. We're ordering pizza in this house that night. And I'm going to have snacks. And I'm going to have maybe a little drinky drink. And we're just going to craft. So I'm going for it now, friends. So this is where this one will sit. And then I will move it over a bit because nobody will see from behind, right? So I'm going to test that my church will fit. Which it does. Perfect. Okay. So let's see now. Did that make a difference for the houses in the front? I think so, right? Now you can see a little bit more of it. Very much. I think doing the glue little raised platform, which you could with other things. You could totally do it with a little bit of styrofoam or something else, but I had the hot glue gun, right? 2 p.m. Eastern time. Yes. 2 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to be crafting, and friends, craft with whatever you have, right? If you don't have my warm wishes, or you don't have Tim Holtz, but you have other things, I don't care. And maybe you don't celebrate Christmas. So you're like, I'm certainly not crafting with Christmas, Vicki. It's not my holiday. If you just feel like hanging out, you can do whatever I'm creating if you want to use it for inspiration. I'm pulling some of this down to make some raised snow bits too. Okay. Because I'm going to cover it too with so let's see. Okay, I got to put my hand in here. My arm might go in front of the camera, but I want to make sure that the house is pretty straight. Let's look. You only have about a second, not even a minute. But I think it's good. Oop. And if you are a perfectionist, you could totally have gone in there and put some snow inside and whatever, because you can see through the door, but I don't care. And you totally could have drilled holes and put the tiny lights in here if you wanted to, which would look really awesome with all of your little stained glass windows, whatever you want to do, right? If I was doing this on my own and not live, I could probably have focused a little bit more time on some of that stuff, but I'm not going to lie. I just want to get it done for you guys. So now I'm going to do some snow first. Okay. I'm going to fill in some snow because the space between these is pretty tight. So let's go in here with our grit paste, snowfall grit paste that I left the lid off of. So it's getting a little chunky. And I'm just going to start putting some of my snow down. Don't leave your lid off like Vicky did. And I will get in here and go in with some detail when I can kind of walk around it. Use some different palette knives. And I bought these jars, but I'll have to grab another one because I don't think one is going to work to cover this whole base because this is a pretty big project. Right? And while it's wet, I'm going to put some glitter on it too. But see, in between is where I really need to get some snow because it's going to be very hard to get in there with my palette knife or whatever you're using after I glue that church down. Push some up against there and also get some that I can move it to the church too. Okay. Put the lid on. Does grit paste shrink when it dries? I don't think so. Because I put some of this down earlier and it is very textural, right? But here's the other thing is it has some decent open time. And while it's wet, let's sprinkle some glitter in it. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Maybe. No, I'm totally blocked in right now. I was going to go get one of my little spoons, but that is not happening. But I do want some glitter in my snow. And I'm going to tap it in there a bit. Just a little bit where these areas that are going to be a little bit hard to access after. Okay. Let's say that's good. I love it. It looks, and you guys will only know for if you've been around snow. When we have a fresh snowfall and it's very crisp and cold, the snow does glitter just like that. It will have like little ice crystals in it. And it is the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen. I always say the snow is beautiful when I'm in my house, not outside in it. Because, you either love the snow or you hate it. And I love it on Christmas, and then it can all melt because I don't like the cold at all. But I am not in agreement with my husband and such when he's like, but it's okay. I love how warm it's been. And I'm like, I don't think it's good for our environment. We live in an area where we're supposed to get snow. So we need to embrace the snow. Do you know what I mean? Like, it needs to be cold. It's not good that it's been this warm around here. So I'm like, I live here. I know it's going to snow. I have to embrace the snow. Look how fun that's looking, right? I love it. Okay. So that church is in there. It's not going to move now. And let's put a little bit. Oh, you know what I want to build though? Because now I'm going to build, because why waste with grit paste, right? I'd rather waste the hot glue. So I'm building some glue up here. So it's not just, I don't have to pack in the grit paste to go up to that house. If that makes sense. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yes, finally getting some rain. It is that, I'm sure, is real. And then here's the other thing. I might want to put some of these flakes, right? Brillo. These glitter flakes in here, but I don't know if they'll stick in the grit paste. I think I probably will go in and manually add them with a little bit of multi-medium. Yeah, I already know that. I don't think they'll stick in this. I think it's too thick. So I will manually go in and just add some with a little bit of glue. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to have to get very strategic and find something smaller to go in and fill some of this grit paste. But these containers are very tiny, very tiny. So I feel like I will probably have to go grab a second one. I don't think one is going to fill all of this. But I also have texture medium, and I have to say that if you don't have grit paste, you don't need to use this. Like, you could totally go in with, I will show you. I'll grab it as I'm building my little snow on my hot glue. But see, it totally covers up the hot glue. Now for the hill that the church and the mansion is on. The very Asian inspired mansion. So I'm putting that other house beside here, but I do think it's worthwhile to get some of this down on here first. In between the houses and church here. There we go. This is like buttercream. How we doing, friends? Do you have any Gina K glitter paste? I do, and I have Vicky Bouton glitter paste. I have lots of different glitter pastes, and I also have my texture paste, which totally would work, because I don't feel like the snow has to necessarily have chunks in it. Do you know what I mean, friends? I don't think that this has to have chunks in it. I think you could totally use a texture paste and it would work beautifully. So whatever you want to use. I have this house still that has to go on here. And I want to put it to the back a little bit. And then I'm going to put a tree right here. So let's go ahead, and for this one, I'm going to glue the bottom of the house. And then some of my sides are lifting on the roof. So I will just give it a little bead of hot glue in there. And then, because I would not want my roof to pop off once the whole thing is built. But you do have to give it a second till the glue starts to cool. Okay. So I'm just going to glue the bottom of the house because it's all going to be covered with the snow anyway. I still like that Robin said that they don't get snow where she lives, but they still like to cover everything with snow. So Robin, what happens at Christmas? Do you put inflatables and you put lights on your tree and everything? Or anybody in warmer climates? Do you still do all of those things? Even though, I'm sure you do, right? Even though you don't have snow on the ground. Hi, Diana. Are you saying good day because you're leaving? Or are you saying good day as in hello? I'm moving some of my snow here so I can get my tree in. And then I can add it again. I think that's where that one goes. I'm not sure yet. I might cover up some of my house here. Put that in there. Okay, so now let's work on positioning, and then we can decide where everything's going. Like that. And we have a purple house that is going to go here with a little kind of doggy house, side little house. I just cut one of the taller steeple pieces and just made it a smaller house. Oops, sorry. Not showing you guys. There we go. And it's going to kind of go here. And there's a little tree. It's going to go here. And we have a pink house that is going to go here. And then the yellow one is over here. And then a tree. There. And then this tree. Oops. Do you like that? See, my puffy sleeves were cute until it knocked the whole village down. Didn't know that that could be an issue when you wear your puffy sleeve shirt, that you could knock a whole village down. Oh, so much fun, friends. So much fun. And so now now that I know my spacing, I am going to leave it and then glue and add some snow, lift, and build. Okay. So I'm going to put some snow in behind this and then start in this corner. Okay. We need to glue our tree down, which I'm hoping. I went a little crazy with the hot glue. I forgot that I had to get a tree in here. So it's covering my window up a bit, but thank you very much, Joan. I am thoroughly enjoying. Oh, sometimes you want to see what is the prettiest side of your tree before you commit. There you go. And now a little bit of snow. little bit of snow. I can come in after, and I'm not putting it super thick where I don't have to cover up. As long as you get snow on the board, I just don't want to waste, right? Get snow on the board. You could also put a layer of texture paste down first and then put a layer of this on top just to give it the grit if you wanted to. I should have put a little bit in there before I put the tree down, but it's fine. I'm just going to have to push it into the corner a bit. Tell me, can you guys see okay? Because I can just change the angle of everything here a bit. Is this helpful? Yes, I guess you can't see what I'm doing. That's better, right? So I'm just pushing some of the snow in there. And like I said, there's some good open time here. So you can, even though I'm going to put the house in front of it, if it's too much of a layer, I'll be able to kind of squish it in. But I can come back. I have lots of access there, so I'm not going to worry about that area right now. But I do want to get some down there. And then a little bit glitter. Glitter. Drywall spackle would work too, yeah. And totally texture paste, right? You could totally use texture paste. So don't forget when you put your sparkle in your snow, push it into that texture paste or into the there. Very nice. Oh, I love it. Don't you want to go live in this village? What house would you pick? I'm going to turn it just a second to glue down, right? I want to make sure it all fits. So he's going to go there, I think. You could trace it out, remember? There's no reason. Look at, I can put it there and mark where I want that house to go. So if I do that, then I kind of know. Okay, perfect. The greenhouse, this one back here with the orange windows, I love it. I want to live in the pink one. My craft room will be in the tower. You know what else I was thinking? You could totally tint the hot glue and you could put an ice rink on here. Like you could really I understand why people get really crazy with building these little villages because there is some freaking fun stuff that you could do. You could come up with some really great ideas. So I'm going to put a little bit of snow down before I attach my trees. I'm going to give this one a haircut so it'll fit closer to the building. Scissors. Good night, Pamela. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you had a good birthday and big hugs for your sister. So I'm trimming the side of my tree just so I can push it up against that house a little bit. Perfect. I love it. That was great. Put down a little bit of snow just up against the house. And behind it a little bit. Because like I said, you don't need a ton where it's just board. You know what I mean? Where it's just the board. But I can get behind it. Perfect. Good. I know. Look at it. It's 9 o'clock. And here I go. Still working away. A Barbie village. That would be the best thing ever, Julie. I have got a bunch of mail upstairs to open too. You guys are so freaking awesome. I have Christmas cards. There's a gift waiting for me upstairs. I don't even know what it is yet, but you spoil me. And when I open it, I'm going through and doing some thank you cards and stuff because you have been really awesome with my birthday this year. And I don't want you to think I don't appreciate it. Some beautiful, beautiful, very thoughtful things. And I love your handmade cards. So I will be going through and looking at those. So see some of this detail stuff, friends, I'm going to come back and do after because I don't really need to do that. And I'm going to need to get a different brush to access the in-between spaces here. Okay. But because I did just put this down, I want to put some glitter in that. Put a little glitter. That's all over my desk everywhere. It's crazy. I have some of my niece's Barbie things from when she passed away. Oh my goodness. One, I'm so sorry for your loss, but that is extra special. Was she a huge Barbie fan? Yeah, I love her. I am a huge Barbie fan. She has brought me a ton of joy my whole entire life. When I was a kid, it was a very big deal for me playing with my Barbies. I loved her even as a teenager. I carried a Barbie bag, all of the things. I'm sure I was some weirdo kid in high school, but I did. I had a Barbie pencil case, Barbie lunchbox, right? Had all of the things because I love her. Okay, let's see. Put the purple house down next. Can you guys see? I'm sorry, I'm moving it just so I can see, but not so you guys can see. So what if I move it like that? Is that helpful? I hope you guys can see this. Sewed and crocheted outfits. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to glue this guy down. Do I want him on an angle? I think so, right? I kind of like it angled a little bit at the front. So I will do the same thing before I lift it so I know exactly for placing. I'll just draw a little pencil line, put a little snow behind it because it's much easier, I think, now to do that. In between, okay? So I can get up on this side of the house right now. So I put it down and then I'm going to push the snow up to the side. Make sure I'm covering up my hot glue. There we go. There. Little glitter. You love Barbie too, Annie? Seriously, like that little doll brought me so much joy growing up, like to sit and play Barbie for hours. And our kids they don't know how to play toys. You know what I mean? They just don't, I don't think. Maybe your kids do, but well, Devin was actually pretty good because we played. We played with her. Rich would sit at her little table. She loved Littlest Pet Shop. She loved American Girl. She never was into Barbie. I tried, but it was not her thing. Polly Pocket, but she loved Little Pet Shop. Like that was her jam. And she would play that for hours. Riley Lego, Matchbox Cars. Like he played too. But I think we played with the kids. Like we would, set up their stuff, and Rich, it would be so adorable, would totally sit and have tea parties with her and You know, she has got her dad wrapped around her little finger. I always laugh because I could say the same thing and he would ignore me. It wouldn't be right. Devin says it. And if my mom's out there, she knows if Debbie says it, man, it is the gospel truth with my husband. Oh, no, Devin said. It's funny. He adores that child. It is a true fact when they say about dads and their little girls. I do believe that. Okay, so I really have found if your trees are a little close, just give them a little haircut. I'm just cutting it off, right? Just cutting some of the branch off so it can get tighter in to the house. And then I don't have to worry about it's a little crooked, a little bit of a Grinch tree. You could totally bend one of these over and make it a little Grinch tree. That'd be fun. But I'm going to put that right by the house. And then that one is like there. And this one's going to go here. I'm going to glue the house down after I put some snow. Right? Layering the snow has certainly been helpful. If you layer the snow as you go, much easier than trying to fit your palette knife in there after. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay, I got to turn and look it because I can't see. Put some behind because this house, the purple one, little one, is not gonna take up a ton of space, right? Oh, what is that? Oh, hot glue. I'm like, how did I get a hair in that? Oh, Devin was down here. That's how, because that kid's hair's everywhere. And I'm sure some of you ladies have lots of long hair and you know what I'm talking about. I do not. So my hair does not get everywhere. You know what I mean? That kid, I'm like, oh, Devin, you clean this floor with your minions. She's grown an army. Okay, put some sparkle in our snow because it's crispy. Snow when it's really cold and the little ice particles get in there. Okay, and we decided the tree was right around here. Where's the side that I gave a haircut? Right there. And then our house will go the purple right there. Okay. Do I have enough snow? I think so. I don't think anybody would notice. It was windy and the snow drifted up against the house because that happens too. If you live in a snowy environment, is when the wind blows, the snow will blow up against the house. So you could have no snow in one area and tons where it has drifted. Is that going to be okay with the tree? I'm going to move it over quick before it. Much better. Very good. Glue our tree down. Thanks for hanging around. I know some of you are dropping off now. It gets a little late, but you can watch this after the fact as well, right? It will be recorded and you can watch it at your convenience. I know some of you are watching just for something to do on a Tuesday night, but you have no intention of creating this. Whatever works for you is fine. I am happy for the company, as I always say. But it's time consuming and I could do this off camera, but I will just do it here. And then when it's recorded, you could just fast forward through it too, if you don't want to watch the whole thing or watch it at regular pace, time, speed, whatever you call that. But I have to finish it, so I might as well just do it with the camera live. Some of it is very hard though, because I would move this around. I'm doing it so you guys can see, but normally I would, right? Change the angle of the project, not try to put your arm at weird angles. Are you still out there, my friend Patty? So I'm going to kind of push. I don't want all the snow to be the same height. And I'm okay with you could cover the base of the little trees, but I actually like that. So whatever works for you, okay? Let's put some glitter down. Hi, Patty. Your dad's mom was funny? How? Like just a character? I love that. I did not know my mom's mom. She passed before I was born. But my dad's mom was like the perfect grandma. It was just like a grandma. You know, those grandmas. She was older and adorable, tiny little thing. And she was just like the perfect grandma. Bake cookies with, play cards, watch Lawrence Welk. Did I only have that one tree here then, I guess? Yeah. So the pink house is going to go about there. The yellow one here. But I can bring it forward a bit. And need to make room for that tree. I guess I did not have a tree here. No, I've run out of trees. I might end up adding one. What do you guys think? Let me show you. Let me have a sip of my tea that Devin brought down for me. Vicky has a U.S. mailing address, and she has things shipped there. I don't know where it is or if there's a fee. Yes. Where was the question? I have a mailbox in Buffalo that I ship to. Do you think one more tree there? I think I'm going to make one more. Don't you agree? Or I could put a snowman, because did you guys see what the snowman that Irene made? Look at, I could totally put, I'll show you, a little with the little pearls. Just a second. I'm going to make one really quickly. So I could put a little snowman there. That would be cute. What do you guys think? See? And then I could make a little scarf out of it. And we could have a snowman right here instead of a tree. Or I could have a tree and a snowman. Tree and a little snowman. I might do that. See? And I'm going to make a little scarf. What do you guys think? That'd be fun, right? Oh, who lost somebody? Sorry for your loss. I'm sorry. I did not see it. I'm not looking at the comment. Yeah, don't let your paste dry out, right? I'm sorry that somebody lost, if they've lost their grandma. I missed that. So I don't know who it was, but sorry for your loss. It's very hard. I have noticed online, I'm putting my lid on for a second. A lot of friends have had family members pass away recently. So, but do you like the tree too? Do you think I should put one more tree there? The tree and the snowman? I'm going to just set him there. I'll show you. right? A little tree, not in the door, but I could put another one too somewhere. Look at, we could have 2 snowmen. I could do a smaller one over here. I like it. There might be 2 snowmen. Let's make one more. I don't know what the smallest pearls are in here. Oh, I do have smaller. There's that one. He's smaller. Is this one the same size? Yep. This guy is bigger. Yep. Okay, let me show you. Anne lost her grandma just today. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. You know, when my grandma, the one I just was telling you guys about, she passed right, Elizabeth Ann, she passed right before Christmas as well. It's super tough. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to make another little one. Just, I'll show you here. But it's nice to remember, right? To remember my grandma was older, like 93 when she passed. And she was just one of those perfect little grandmas. So I hope your memories are good ones, Elizabeth. See, there's another little one. So I could either put 2 little, like 2 snowmen together, but snowmen are going on there somewhere. Can you see them? Either I'll put them separate. Like, look at, I'll just put this one in the snow because you guys can see. Oh, look how cute. See the little snowman? The little one there. So we could do 2 snow people like that. Or I can end up putting it somewhere else. So I will move it for right now and clean it off. Because I need to build it, but it will easily fit in there. They'll fit in there. So 2 snow people. All I'm going to add on my snow people is a little scarf of some sort. Right? The snow people are adorable with the pearls. Yeah, they're fun. So all I did was put the hot glue, and then by putting a little scarf on it, which I have felt, I might make like a little felt scarf. I'm not going to do hats or whatever. You guys could totally do that if you want to, but I do think I will color another tree and add it. I wish I had one more done because it would be perfect, but we could make it quick, couldn't we? Okay, I'm just going to quickly paint my little, spray my tree. I'll be right back. It's right here beside me. I'm just going to put it in the box and spray it. Just quickly spraying it. See, friends? Oops, sorry. Banging the camera. I just colored that quick. Embroidery floss for a scarf. Yeah, I think that would be cute. I will grab. So there's my tree. Do I have twine? I do. Look at. Let's even look what baker's twine would look like for our little scarf. If I was super awesome, I could probably like weave the twine or something, but I don't know how super awesome I am. But right, we could just take that. That is, I think, fun. Look at. Oh no, Annie, did you lose somebody too? Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. But I'm glad you're here with us. I hope that we are providing a little bit of solace. I don't know what happened. I just saw that you said that somebody was making Christmas gifts yesterday. Okay. I'm trying to tie the little scarf, but it is not easy. My hands are very dirty. Let's see. And then I could just glue the two little pieces down, right? Let me see. That is true, Patty. There is strength in community. So I am very glad that you're here with us. I'm not exactly sure because I'm not looking up what happened, but I'm so sorry and sending you so much love. Okay, I will show you in a second, guys. This is so piddly fiddly little thing that I have to do it close to my face. So as soon as it's done, I will show you. My hot glue dried too fast. But gives you an idea. I still need to finish it. Second. So that just gives you a little idea. There's my little snowman. Okay. And then he'll go some. Ooh, his scarf is very long. Sometimes, though, cutting the right, and he can go somewhere here. There is the little snowman. Can you see him? And I'll show you closer. Oh my goodness, Annie, I am so sorry. I will have to go back and read. I love it, the little snowman, though. I don't want to leave him in there just yet because I don't know if that's where we want him, but we will place later. Okay. So now we have two little snowmen. I have painted my tree, which is not dry, but I know that we're going to add one more tree with some snow here because I think it needed it. And let's glue our pink house down. So the purple one is set. We have to put some snow down. There's some snow around the purple house. Gonna push it up. So it's not too flat there. Like I said, I will finish all of the front part after when I can kind of move my board around and do the things that need to be done here. I am being quiet just so I can focus a little bit here. Push that up to the purple house. Ooh. It's hard because it pulls away. Like you have to change the angle. And I find going from the side and pushing the snow up makes it a little easier. Give me 1 second. I got to turn it so I can see in there because we need to cover. We have a little bit of hot glue mess going on there. So I'll push it in, just push it in to the corner. And I think that's covering it up. One thing maybe you don't know about me, I am a little bit of a perfectionist. I would never expect it from anybody else when I'm teaching a class or anything else, but I am very much. So sometimes when we're doing this live is a little hard for me because I'm trying to do it in a timely manner, but it will make me twitch. When I can't finish it exactly the way that I want to. Let's put a little bit between the houses and let's put the pink house down. We're so close. And then my little banner will be dried enough. I'm going to show you a little bit of that. And then I will put the finishing touches and share it all on Friday. Okay. On Friday Night Live. That's going to go about there. Yes. Okay. I'm going to hot glue the pink guy down. I knew something was wonky. It was kind of coming apart. There we go. Yeah, Libby. Hi, Libby. How are you? In my spare time. So it's off camera. I'm just gluing the base of this house. Well, and Lib, you think like, oh, yes, now it's good. I have all this free time. And then found out I need to work on my next collection. So when I get off of this live, I have to get that ready so we can hit it hard tomorrow. But it is exactly how I feel a lot of the time is like, oh my goodness, I can't believe we're moving on to the next thing. I thought I was going to get a little bit of a breather, but it is not a complaint because I am just thankful I get to do this stuff and that you guys like it enough where there's actually a demand like that. I need to get the stuff done because people want it. So it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. I squished glue out back there. So am I going to be able to make snow? I don't know. Stop messing, Vicky. Wait until your glue is all set. So there we go, friends. See, the pink house is down. I'm going to put snow between the pink and yellow. And then I'm going to finish my tree. And it will go here, right? And then we can put a snowman somewhere. 2 of them in here. And that is pretty much the village. I just have to put all of the snow. When you first mentioned rainbow of houses, I thought you lost it. Christmas, but I love this project. Thank you. Got to go to work early and we'll watch the rest later. Thank you very much. Enjoyed. Thank you, Christine. This will work well, though, in my craft room, right? Because it is all rainbow down here. So this will come out every year. So I'm not going to, I'll glue this now off camera. You get where I'm going, right? I need to put some snow on my tree. I can't do it till he's dry because I'm going to lift the ink. Let's put this on here. Why waste it? And then let's talk about the banner. We'll see you later, Patty. Let's grab it because it should be kind of dry. And then I will leave you for the night because I know it is already 9:30. And some of you are probably like, oh my goodness, crazy lady, I got to go to work tomorrow. So we have our snowmen, which look at will be super cute. I just put the little red striped scarf on him. I hope you can see that. Is that blurry? I don't know. Right? And the banner, which is here. I tore a piece off. So when we were doing it, this had the music notes all over it, and I thought it was way too busy. So what I'm going to do now to just kind of give you an idea of what this is going to look like. Okay. So imagine there's not a big gaping hole right here, right? It's going to finish like that. And then I'm going to put it like this. So the banner is going to come through like that with, oops, here, let me move the camera up now. Oh, now you really get to see the mess that is my room. So the banner is going to go across like this with the word on it. And then let me grab the stars. And not stand on all the cords that are wrapped around my body right now as I'm doing this. Right? So here are the stars, and they're going to go here. Right? Let me adjust. Don't judge, okay? When you get to see what my room looks like. Oh my goodness, Vicky, I can't even believe. They're going to see what a freaking pigsty is on the other side of your desk. Let me set that up like that. There's freaking stuff everywhere because I haven't been able to stop long enough to clean anything. Okay, I think you guys can see, right? There. So see now, the stars will go here, right? Now I'm not loving them because I feel like there needs to be some more rainbow in there, so I will add more. And then this banner is going to go across. And I like it white. Don't you agree? Right? I love it. So what happens is I will take it and I will curl it. I'll take the banner and I will do like this and curl it. And it will come back here and across, right, with the stars on here. And I'm going to hold it so you guys can see. With believe on there somehow. Does that make sense? So that's how that will work. And you could put lights in the wreath. I'm going to tell you, friends, at this point, I just want to finish it. But I would love if you guys did some of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? For me now, I just want to get it done. But you most certainly could do all of that, right? But I love how this has turned out. What do you guys think? Do you think it's better than you thought it was going to be? Were you totally like, I don't know, this is kind of a rainbow houses? What the heck? This is weird. But you totally, I could go in. I have a little pack of stars. So I could put stars on like this could just keep going. It could be the house that never quits or the houses that never quit. You could totally, if you wanted to dress it up and put the little candy canes, like how cool could that be? You could totally put some candies around here and make it almost like, a little candy houses. We have like the little stars that could go on there if you wanted to. You could put, decorate some of the trees with like little berries if you wanted to make it look like little ornaments. You really could just keep going, right? I bought yarn. It was for the pom-pom wreath, but we decided we're going to do the pom-pom wreath for a different holiday, maybe Valentine's Day. we'll do the pom-pom wreath for Valentine's Day, but here's the whole dealio. When I'm going to flip the camera, okay? When I started this, hi. So when we talked about this, right, that we were going to do, I was going to do all these projects. I didn't realize this was going to take me like five lives, which you think are a minimum of 2 hours for each of them to finish this. And then the hours I put into the other side of it. And now I have another collection I have to start on right now and Christmas. So I had intentions to do more crafts, but I've got to step back because we're still going to do Saturday or this Sunday, right? Is going to be a whole crafting day. So, there's a loose tree at the right. Yeah, I haven't glued everything down on the right-hand side, but I'm going to quit for now and finish up after. And then I still have to put my title and all the rest on it, but it's already 9:45 and I went to bed at 3 last night. So I have run out of steam at this point, but I will share on all of my social medias what it looks like when it's done. Okay, friends, some pictures. And I'll do maybe a little video where I kind of take the camera, I'm looking down at it, take the camera around it so I can show you. So don't forget, friends, make sure you check out Instagram and my Facebook artist page. I have giveaways all week, 5 days of giveaways. I am giving away 12 different things in some kind of fashion and mailing them all out next Tuesday. So all of the giveaways will close on Monday. I will contact everybody who's won. I will pack them up and I'm going to mail them. So make sure you're checking for that. Also, I will be on Friday night for a Friday Night Live, a quick one where we're just going to use some of the cut files. I'm going to make a card and I'm going to make a page that will go in December Daily or your December documenting December, whatever you do. For the month of December. I'm going to do that this Friday. And then on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time here on Facebook and on YouTube, I am going to have a holiday party. We're going to be crafting for a couple of hours on Sunday afternoon. I'm ordering pizza. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to be at this for a while. So if you want to play along, just make sure you plan your supper, so you don't have to leave to go make supper. So thank you very much. Like Julie said, please like and subscribe. I will put a bunch of my share sale links for all the products I've used. They all are in the first video. I put them all in the first video. So if you want to check that out, I love your support. It costs you nothing, but if you're going to go shopping at scrapbook.com, Cherry on Top, or Simon Says Stamps, and you follow any link that I've provided, it costs you nothing, but it helps giving back for me providing this content for free for you guys. And that is an easy way to say thank you if you're going to shop anyway, just following one of the share sale links, which do for anybody that you watch on the YouTubes and everywhere else, because it certainly helps. And I think the stores love it too, because they can track where a lot of their traffic's coming from. So thank you so much, my friends. I'm going to call it quits for tonight, but I will see you on Friday. Make sure you're checking out all of the giveaways and leaving comments. And as well, some of you were asking about my Fernwood class, which will be in the new year. I do still have kits for that. So if it's something somebody's still asking you what they could get you for Christmas, they want to give you a gift certificate or something towards that, you can definitely do that. So thanks as always, everyone, for joining me. Thanks, Nat, for being a great sidekick and helping with the info. I think you guys are going to like this when it's done. I think it's really fun. It turned out better than I thought it would. And there is a 5-video series here. Okay. We started this right from the backgrounds that we created from scratch with mixed media. To create the houses. So you'll want to make sure you check all the videos out. So thanks so much, friends. We'll see you later. See you on Friday and see you on Sunday, because this is live. If you're watching after the fact, I always do these live. It's not pre-recorded. So if you're watching after the fact, hello, thank you for joining me. For everybody who joined me tonight, thank you for joining me. And we'll see you on Friday or Sunday if you can join. See you later, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.